The next step, we will mobilize pectoralis. It's pretty defined muscles. In a few moments, I will offer you episode from my DVD number 9, where for better visual effect, you don't have to disrobe. You can sit exactly like I'm sitting, but to understand where to grab the pectoralis, you'll be able to see the fragment. Now, using the opportunity, I will give you advice. Always try these muscles, pretty defined muscles. It's pretty long. Here is the origination and the insertion. Yeah. When we shifting, we have to, for mobilization, we have to shift. We have to try to shift in an area almost of insertions, in order to have the other hand space for mobilization. This is how this will be. Now, I will mention in the next fragment that breast is active gland. Women's, ladies, please don't try not to compress. It is possible not to compress. It's absolutely disengaged area here. You shifting a little bit. This pectoralis with thumb, you flexing. You see my wrist is flexed. Your thumb, and you have to in the lower part here. If here there is no room for, and it will be pretty a lot of strain you will put on wrist. On lower part, you're shifting a little bit. You expose. Here is thumb coming, grabbing the pectoralis, and you're compressing, yeah, and like this you're performing. Yeah. In the next few minutes, please learn these techniques and details from a fragment of DVD number 9. The next step, we will massage pectoralis and chest area. Ladies, not to confuse with breast. Breast is an active gland. I do not recommend to perform intensive massage. Actually, I would recommend not to touch at all. This is muscle, that very kind of defined muscle. With right hand on left side, you grabbing a little bit, shifting to the side. With thumb of left hand, like this, you're twisting your hand, placing like this, compressing. You can see it. Please pay attention. My wrist slightly flexed. Yeah, we're compressing, like pinching a little bit, not strong, and in this case, slowly, for a few minutes, you massaging, and again, you only like this, squeezing between fingers and thumbs muscles, and you performing the initial pressure some kind. You're applying and you performing kind of kneading. In the same manner, we performing on right side, in this case with left arm and hand, we're shifting a little bit, pectoralis, thumb, pay attention how I flex. It's not have to be extended, it's too hard on this region, too harsh. Like this, 1, 2, 1, 2, and also for a few minutes. Just in order not to repeat myself too much, the previous clip from DVD number 9 proposing massage on pectoralis and chest, sternum against perostem and against clavicle. It is, again, no need to disrupt. As we're sitting, we can do all these techniques. It is important for stress management, therefore please incorporate in this 15 minutes routine. Next step, we performing massage on chest, and again, friendly reminder, breast, not to compress and not to massage, but muscles of chest, the periosteum of sternum, etc. It is very important. You like this, you placing on thumb hand and with knuckles go to contact. A little bit with knuckles applying pressure and kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can compress against clavicle even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. This is when we change the position to cover all area, and including this 1, this is initial pressure, and after this 1, 2, 3, 4. On sternum you can change a little bit position again to apply pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Due to stress on this area you can develop painful spot on touch. This is kind of incubation of trigger points, of pinpoint localization of pain. Massage this, break this vicious cycle of development of these painful symptoms. This are all what it is preventive treatment, preventive medicine. Better to prevent development of diseases. And also spend few minutes for this massage. On the right side, of course, you use left hand, and again, thumb, this is like a pull, leg support. Flexing with knuckles, you go to the contact with chest area, applying a little bit pressure with knuckles against chest, little bit. You see, this attempt to press too much is wrong in any case. Little pressure, thumb, little pressure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next step, I will propose abdominal massage. A few years ago, scientists from Japan, they did astonishing studies and published. They actually figure out that abdominal walls is very biologically active, and as you understood from my previous presentation, all this sympathetic reaction, all this vasoconstriction, higher blood pressure due to vasoconstrictions, immediately increase on heart work, because heart have to overcome this peripheral vascular resistance. All this under control of sympathetic nervous system. Anxiety, different levels of anxieties, include panic attacks, is a sharp sympathetic reaction or just sympathetic reaction. When we see dog, all this sympathetic reaction and all this kind of chain of negative stuff with our body that I already explained. Japanese found out that lateral abdominal walls in abdominal area biologically very active by massaging stomach only, massage of abdominals. You significant depressing activities of sympathetic nervous system, which means vasodilation, less blood pressure, less cardio work, less need for stress hormone production, etc. Yeah, it is important. I do not, you see, the proposed routine steps is clinically and scientifically, of course, and clinically proving for many decades working. It is working. In a few minutes you will hear my personal story and you'll see it is working. Therefore, not to skip, to try this 10-15 minutes routine, not to skip no area that I'm proposing for massage. It is very important always to perform massage and abdominals clockwise movement. This is how our digestive system peristaltic working only clockwise. We don't want to disturb opposite with our effort. We're just stimulating, helping. Yeah. Now, the first step you take your right in this case, because we're working on the right side. It is a little different. You'll see in the process. You place flat close to the rib cage. This actually you're touching this ridge, bony. You feel bony like this. You feel bony ridge. You're placing like this and applying some pressure, just by shifting a little bit from lateral towards the center core. With other hand, you're grabbing nearby. You're grabbing tissue as much as possible. What happened, bottom line, these tips of the fingers a little bit dipping. And here, look, it's kind of combination. It's shifting, dipping, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Under your these parts of palms, you have to feel bony ridge. And again, you just like this, placing, you shifting, the other hand a little bit here, grabbing. In this case, you see a right hand shifting, left grabbing. And in this case, we creating these pumping, kneading techniques. Yes. 1, 2. Actually, what happened, I right now under my half of my palm, whereas the thumb close to the thumb, I feel this bony ridge of rib cage. Yeah, and this is kind of stabilizing, helping me to spend less energy and to mobilize 7, 8 times. After this, we're moving from here. We're moving here, and again, flat contact with palm, shift, other hand grabbing, and with this manner, we're causing massive mobilization that clinically proven, the foundings of this Japanese scientists clinically proven very valuable from perspective of depressing of sympathetic activities, which is equal stress management. Stress is always over activities of sympathetic nervous system. You see, we mobilize from right side to the almost core, and now it's come to the left part of abdominals. You're placing flat with left hand, you shifting a little bit, the other grabbing, and 1. Yeah, and again, a bit, you supporting your palms on rib cage. You're feeling this, like 1/3 of 25% of size of your palm located on this rib edge. You can feel the reach of the bony structure. Yeah. And a little bit lower, and again, shift, grab. We perform several, we have to cover all abdominals. Giving to the fact that this is very biological, active parts of our body, I do recommend to spend like 2 to 3 minutes in this routine. For a self-mobilization of upper back area, we'll have to create a kind of instrument. Yeah, just like this, we're placing silk and using simple tennis balls like this, 4, 5. I like to incorporate 5 of them. Like this, you will place. I do recommend 5 balls, as you can see, and slowly you cover and just roll over, roll over, roll over, roll over. And as you can see, it is a beautiful instrument we create. Now to secure this, to stabilize these balls inside, we will use the simple strings a few times. And the same on other side. Ready. Just like this, you're placing on the upper back, and as it staying, you're just turning and sitting comfortable against the back support. With your weight, you can kind of compressing against this chain of these balls. Let's hope they cannot, and they separate entities there inside as you. So when I prepare, they cannot compress against spinal process. It's very safe. And like 15, you see, I try to do some movements. 15-20 seconds, you will compress. And next step, you will little bit lift your body, and this will move to the lower parts. We controlling. You see, now I can even from this side to hold this extensors, and also additional. I hope camera shows that I compressing against. Yeah, 10-12 seconds, and a little bit lower. Now I move this a little bit lower. Gentle, don't try to compress too much, no need. This 15-20 seconds in total on these techniques by changing the levels. We're spending maybe a minute and a half. And slowly reducing pressure, we're moving a little bit to the lower part. The next step, we will place this instrument, like as you can see, I place like this arm and my scapula little bit extended, and I will try like direct all this chain of these tennis balls to the under scapula, and slowly we'll turn and we'll start compress against back support. And now, as you see a holding like this, if somebody have difficulties for this inversion movement, you can a little bit, as much as you can, scapula anyway. If I will move like this, arm also scapula will extend. But if you can hold like this, yeah, it is helpful. And here you do slowly movement with the pressure against this instrument. It's already kind of massage influence, yeah. But you create by moving, you create much more activities. Yeah. On scapula, under scapula, close to the spine, try on spinal processes not to press. No, pressure is very innocent, cannot damage, cannot. All what I teach you, it isn't dangerous. If you follow instruction a little bit, and you can move a little bit upper and again to compress all area on left side as well. I will demonstrate it now on right side. And on right side, exactly like this, you see this movement actually make, position of arm make to scapula to extend posteriorly. And now when I compressing, sitting comfortable, compressing a bit against, and I can, with my body, I can direct pressure a bit other angle under scapula. Yeah. Yeah. You can move a little bit, yeah, and this is massage, initial pressure against this instrument sustaining, and we can move, and this is kind of, you can improvise here, alternate a little movement to create this massage. Like this. This also is here food. This kind of will create some bigger pressure, bigger amount, I mean.